You have seen all the hype around Lululemon, but is it actually worth it? As a former senior buyer for Equinox and now a personal stylist, I bought them, I wore them, I washed them, and what happened next might surprise you. Hi, I'm Cassandra, founder of Next Level Wardrobe. My team and I are personal stylists for high performing professionals who want polished wardrobes for work to weekends. Now, before I started Next Level Wardrobe, I worked in the fashion industry for over 25 years. Most recently, I was a senior buyer at Equinox. And then before that, I created SoulCycle's retail business and grew that to multi-millions of dollars. So you could say I know a thing or two about athleisure. Now, for this video, I am going to be doing a very extensive grading and review on Lululemon. So it is not just about the product. And I'm going to be grading them on three key areas that I look for in a retail brand. So number one, the in-store experience. Number two, customer service. And number three, the product and how does it wear and wash. Now, this video was filmed over a span of 3 months from New York to LA. Now, I want you to know everything I share in this video is honest. You know why? Lulu did not sponsor this video. I paid for the product with my own money. So you know that you are getting an unbiased review of Lululemon, 100% honest. Now, through this video, I am going to be sharing my insights as a buyer, as a merchandiser, as a stylist, and as a woman who is active and works out a lot and wears active wear. So stay tuned until the end for my final grades of those three key areas and if I would recommend this brand or not. I wanted to go into the Lulu stores myself to get the full experience beyond just shopping online. I visited two of their biggest markets, New York and LA. These are major cities where you'd expect the brand to show up at its best. I want to see how in-store experience compares, what the product selection looks like, and if the customer service actually reflects the premium price point. Because let's be real, when a brand positions itself as elevated, the experience should match. My first stop was in their New York City store, and I went in there to see what was going on. Remember, I am grading Lulu on three things: store experience, customer service, and product, and I will give the final grading at the end of this video. Now, I love visiting stores. It is one of my favorite things to do because I feel that it is an environment where you can really experience a brand, you can touch and feel and try on the product, and it should always be a 10 out of 10. So there are a few things that I noticed when I walked into Lulu. So if you look at their tables, you can see that they are telling merchandising stories. And usually when you walk into a store, you will see this no matter the price point, no matter the brand. And this is very intentional by the merchandising and buying and store planning teams because they know people cannot put together outfits. So they want to make it easy for you to buy an outfit from head to toe. Lulu's merchandising stories were good. It made sense and they were cohesive. The next thing I noticed was the being, quote unquote, being inspired by another brand. Now you can see here, this looks very similar to a brand called Sporty and Rich, which has come out in the past few years. And I remember when I worked with Lulu almost a decade ago that they were constantly, quote unquote, being inspired by other brands. Lulu has always been a follower of trend, not trendsetters themselves. And I am going to elaborate more on that later in this video. The next thing I noticed is that sizing was lacking. So this was very surprising since New York City is a huge market for them. They have a lot of Lulu stores in the city. You would expect them to have plenty of sizes to shop from. Now, who is responsible for this? It is the responsibility of the planning department who works behind the scenes, as they are responsible for making sure that all the sizes that the customer want are in store and online. Next store visit is LA. I wanted to see how the in-store experience compared on the West Coast. I had some time to wander around the store, see what was new, see what was going on, and try on product. So I tried on a bunch of product, everything from Wonder Under leg trainings to their long line bras. And I want to get a feel for the fit, quality, and how these popular pieces actually feel in person. It had been a very long time since I had tried on Lulu product and shopped in stores, so I was excited to experience this for you. Let me break down for you 3 things that I notice in the LA store. So first of all, I have to talk about the product. I'm a product woman at heart as a former buyer and merchandiser, and I have to say the Lulu product is boring. I noticed this a little bit in New York City, but I didn't have a chance to try on garments there. But in LA, I did try on garments. I spent a good 45 minutes in the fitting room and I was so bored. I was not excited by anything I tried on. I wanted to buy something and I left with nothing. The other thing that I noticed is that Lulu still runs very small. I am 41 years old. I'm a size small on top, small, medium on the bottom, depending on how bloated I am. And damn, they run tiny, even tinier than what I thought. So I am thinking that the fit models that they use now are probably smaller than what they used historically, because one thing that I notice is teenagers shop at Lululemon now. I do not know how they are affording it, probably their parents, but they run tiny. So Lulu wants to cater to this new market, which means that a 2 probably runs as a 0 or even a double 0 now. So that means us older ladies, us more mature ladies need to size up, even need to size up 1 to 2 to 3 sizes. And the last thing I want to highlight with what I noticed, and this was in LA, New York, and even online, is that Lulu is trying to be something for everyone. And that is not good. So when I walk into the store, when I shop online, they have backpacks, they have water bottles, they have shoes now, they have socks. They have, workout gear, which is what they started with. That's what they were known for. And now they are trying to be something for everyone. And in my opinion, that is a kiss of death for a brand, because they don't stay true to who they are and what they started off with. Now, there are business reasons why they do this, because they have investors, because they have sales goals. But when you try to appeal to mass audience, you kind of lose respect and you lose the quality of your original audience. And so it will be interesting to see over the next 5 to 10 years if Lulu can gain momentum or if they will keep going down in the market in terms of relevance. So let's compare the LA store experience to New York City. If I was to recommend which store to shop in, it would definitely be New York City. LA, the footprint was smaller, the assortment was smaller. They kind of had just their best-selling pieces, and they also had a lot of size issues. So it was very obvious to me that the LA store that I visited is a lower ranking store than New York City. The customer service was better in the LA store though. I placed an order online and noticed the pieces were shipped in multiple packages. That usually means they're being sent from different warehouses or sometimes directly from retail stores, depending on what's in stock. And honestly, post-COVID, a lot of retail brands are doing this now to save costs. So if you are ordering online, it is something to be aware of, because if you're expecting for everything to arrive at once, it will not. Let me share with you my thought process. So I ordered items that I would actually order in real life. and wear in real life and that were actually needed in my wardrobe. I love doing these videos, but I also do not want to be wasteful. So as I try things on, if anything is not fitting properly, I would not wear it out. I'm actually going to return it. I'm not going to wear test it or anything because then I know I just would donate it after, and that is wasteful. So anything that does not fit right now properly will be returned, and then I will be wearing and trying and washing the remaining items for you and giving my feedback on that. But I'm already forming an opinion on Lulu. Willing to test it out. Good morning. I am on my way to a workout, so wanted to try on a few items before I go and decide what bottoms I'm gonna wear. So these are the Hottie Hot 4-inch lined short. I do like the length. They are a good length. This waistband is thick, but it's actually really comfortable. And I like that it has a draw cord too. It does have lining in it, which is briefs, and you can see through it. So not the biggest fan of that. I wish there was a solution with white shorts. I think it's just double lining it maybe. But these I will test out and see if I like them. As I'm wearing them, they are comfortable, but the true test is when I am going to work out, so stay tuned. Okay, next short I have on is the 4-inch aligned ribbed short, and these are okay. I like the fit, I like the length, the fabric feels nice. They're doing this weird thing down here. I don't think you can see it, but makes me feel a little uncomfortable to go out in public. And it has a wider waistband, so the seam is actually down here. It starts up here, which I also don't know how I feel about. These I'm very curious to try on, but because there's no, is there a gusset? Yeah, there is a gusset down there, but I'm not sure how I feel about these. The fabric is nice though. Here is the next style, which is the Fast and Free high rise split short 3 inches. You can see it has the opening, which I like because when I work out, I'm kind of moving all over the place. This is a size small, and I feel like I'm on the cusp. I've gone through body changes. I've been a medium and then a small, and I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle, but I am going to be amping up my training, my strength training routine. So I'm going to be going down to more of a true small. And I do like these. The small feels comfortable. I'm curious to try these on. I do like the rise. So I'm not into low rise. I'm not in my 20s anymore. And so I'm not into low rise. So I like a medium to high rise. And I think these are probably the cutest out of the short. They're also the most comfortable, I think, because of this opening here, and it does have a brief. It allows for a lot of movement. So I'm excited to try these, but let's try on the medium. Okay, here is the medium. You probably can't really tell a difference, but I can tell a difference in the waistband. It does feel looser, and probably the briefs feel looser. The briefs that are underneath also feel looser. The briefs also feel larger. I do like the waistband of these shorts. It's very comfortable. Lulu actually does a good waistband on shorts, I'm noticing. They're very, very comfortable, which is good for us ladies who get bloated and go up and down in sizing. And the fabrics have been pretty light, so I do like that as well. So let's try these in a workout. Here's the next item. It is the Wonder Under Smooth Cover HR Tight in length 28. This is not a ribbed fabric, and waistband actually goes like this, the seam, instead of across. And in the back, it does the same thing. So there's a V, and then there's a V here, and then a V in the back. The fabric is really nice. It feels very silky smooth, easy to get on. The seam has the same issue as the ribbed fabric, but it is not as pronounced, I think, because a rib fabric feels a bit more compression and there's texture to it. This one I would actually wear. They're not my favorite, I will admit, but I would wear them after. So I am going to test these. This is a size 6. I can't really tell the difference in leggings between a 4 and a 6. So if you are on the fence, depending on your body goals, I'd probably just size up because their leggings are going to be tight anyways, instead of sizing down. If you are going to be losing fat, increasing muscle, then probably size down, but hard to tell the size difference. Next style is the Satin Shine Tight in length 28, and these are the ones that are shiny. I do not like these at all. They are way too long. I don't think you can see it, but there's a lot of extra fabric on the bottom. The fabric feels cheap too. The waistband is it's a lot thinner, so there wasn't a lot of stretch. I have on a size 6. I did order a size 4, but I'm definitely not going to fit that. So the seam feels very long. Does feel more comfortable than the other ones, but I just do not like this shiny fabric at all. Not a fan. Here is the next style. I'm gonna try and get far back so you can see. This is the Align pant. It is ribbed as well. So the fabric is actually really nice. They go to here. And the fabric feels very soft, very smooth. They looked very small when I held them up, but they stretch a lot. So this is a size 4, and the waistband is thick. So Lulu does a very thick waistband. I think it's for us ladies that hold fat down here. The waistband is thick. It's thicker in the back, I think. And I think that's what makes their waistbands really comfortable. I've tried other brands and the waistbands are a lot thinner, not as comfortable. So these feel good. They do have this seam here, which maybe is for movement, but same issue. So this is the same fabric as the black biker short, and this fabric rides up in the front, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. And the gusset is way in the back when maybe they should have put it more in the front. So I'm actually going to return these. Here is the only top I ordered from Lulu because the other ones were not that great. And this is the Focuser scoop neck bra. Here it is. This is a size small. I have on a size medium. Just from history, I have always ordered up in tops from them because they run so small, and I'm gonna try on the small. This is the medium. I do like this. I like the V. The back looks like this. I like the back as well. I wish it was longer though, because I would just wear this as a top to the gym. The cups, it does have cups in it. The straps feel good. Overall, I would wear this with a high-rise pant. I'm gonna try in the small to see how that feels. Okay, here is a size small. And this one, I think is my size because these sort of tops, the padding is all over the place. Hold on. Now, the purpose of these tops is to be fitted. So now that I have the small on, the medium is too big. I'm gonna go with the small. I do like the fabric. I do like the cut as well. I usually wear stuff like this when I work out. So let's see how it goes. I just finished trying on all the Lulu stuff, and Lulu, you were not off to a good start. I went in store to try stuff on, not that great. I ordered stuff, I'm returning most of it. I am keeping 3 items that I'm going to wear test and wash for you, but all of these items, and granted I ordered different sizes, that's going back. These are going back. Too shiny of a fabric. This ribbed fabric, while it feels good, it's just not very flattering, ladies. These are going back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items are going back from what I ordered. And I ordered
8, 9, 10 items. So 70% going back already. It's not looking good for you, Lulu.
I'm about to wash the Lululemon items, and I just noticed on the tag that they do not list out in words the care instructions, which is not good, but they do have these symbols here. It's not good because most people are not going to look up these symbols, and they are just going to do whatever they think is best. So I am going to wash these on cold, no dry. I will line dry them, and let's see how it goes. The moment of truth. We are here with my final gradings for store experience, customer service, and product review. Now, I am evaluating this as a former buyer, merchandiser, veteran of the fashion industry for 25 years, and now a personal stylist. So I have very, very high standards. And I'm going to be tough on these grades because I want to be honest with you. Let's start with store experience. I would give it a C. And I would give it a C because it also ties into customer service, which was at a C. Now, when I visited the New York and LA stores, I did have a random person here or there ask me, oh, do you need help with anything? But there was no product education. There was no, oh, what are you shopping for today? No conversation, etc. No personalization. And I think that is what is missing in a lot of retail experiences nowadays. Trust me, I've gone into a lot of stores, and the amount of personalization and conversations I have had I could probably count on my hands. Now, the store experience in New York and LA, they have monster teams working behind them, large teams to create the best experience. But when you walk into a Lulu, it feels a little bit dated to me because it's the same format that they have now from when I worked with them close to 10 years ago. There's no innovation. There's nothing really exciting. Like when I looked at the tables and the mannequins, I did not think ever, oh, I have to have that. Now, it was easy to navigate in terms of all the bags are here, all the accessories are here. But besides that, it wasn't really special. And now I am thinking back to my time in the New York store and LA store, and honestly, I don't remember anything. There's not one product or one moment in the store that really stood out to me that now, a few weeks later, I can recount to you. So C for store experience, C for customer experience. Let's move on to the product review. Now, as you saw through the video, I went into various stores. I tried on product in stores. I ordered it. I sent stuff back. And I probably tried on over 20 to 25 garments, and I only ended up with 3, and I only really love 1. Now, because of that, I am going to give the product a D. Now, I do really love this bra, and I'm going to wear it, but the other 2 items that I spent my money on, if I could go back, I wouldn't spend my money on those, and I wouldn't recommend that you do that either. Also, in terms of innovation, I don't think they're doing anything special, anything cool, anything noteworthy. And they are really using the same designs that they had used from almost a decade ago. Not to mention, I mean, just from a branding perspective, all the scandals that they've had over the years. And now, as individual consumers, where you spend your money matters. And so when you are shopping, whether it is for athleisure or day-to-day wear, I want you to be more conscious about what you're buying, who you are spending your money with. Do their values align with you as well? Because if you spend $1 with them, you are supporting their causes. Product review, I would give it a D. So store experience, a C. Customer service, a C. Product review, a D. I am not very impressed. The last thing I want to say is because I work out so often, I have tried many other brands that I love and I would recommend. So I would recommend Athleta. I think that they have great essentials with great fits, and the few silhouettes I have tried, I do wear them constantly. They are in my workout rotation. And the other brand I like is very niche, but it's called Buff Bunny. And they do great bras, sets, leggings. I highly, highly recommend them. And they are a brand that I will go back to and spend my money with. I so hope you have enjoyed this video. I have really enjoyed making it for you and diving into all the layers of Lululemon from a buyer, merchandiser, and stylist perspective. If you have really enjoyed this video, I want you to hit that like button, also to hit the subscribe button to my channel. And I have one parting question for you, and that is, what brand do you want me to review next? Go ahead and leave me a comment. I'll see you next time.